Today is the 7th of February 2024, and this will be our 48th video on some possible questions. Okay, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our videos, and thank you to our new subscribers. Okay, if the video has been of help to you, please don't keep it to yourself. Okay, share, like, follow. Okay, and if you don't have an account of your own and you are using somebody else's account, ask for permission before you use the account to subscribe, or just ask somebody to help you open your account. Okay, but I'll appreciate it if you will subscribe or follow, and when you watch the video, please share, like, nice comments. You are all welcome. Don't keep it to yourself. Thank you. On the comment section, I'll normally write, please follow my notes/script. Okay, this is very important because, for instance, here the angle OBC, angle ODE. Okay, that is a symbol for angle. Okay, that is 60 degrees. That is my diagram. Okay, so I appreciate it very much if you follow the notes. Okay, because where I'm pointing is where I'm explaining. So if you hear degrees as in temperature, no, this question is dealing with degrees as in angles. Okay, so I appreciate your help on that. Please beware of scammers. Okay, that is why it's important, if you are going to use somebody else's account to subscribe, you need their permission. Beware of scammers. Don't be scammed. If somebody start asking you for money, it is not coming from here. Okay, if I want to say something to you, I'll say it in the video. If you've not heard it from me, please don't just follow somebody and give a donation. Okay, please, under this platform. Okay, now one of the messages I received was to try the landscape. So I went asking what was landscape. So we are doing a trial on that today to see how it turns out. I think it might be okay for iPads and computers, but maybe with your phone you might have to turn it the other way around. Okay, so let's see. It's a trial. Let's see how it comes around. If it works, I'm happy to do it. If it doesn't work, then maybe we might revert back to the old method, because with the old method I realized that it helps with phones, but with iPad and desktop and laptops, it comes in the form of a phone. So let's do this and see how it turns out. Okay, today our starter, the example is a higher non-calculator paper. Okay, so so far we've looked at some calculator papers, but we've been looking at uh, papers that you are not allowed to use the calculator, and these are higher papers, but some of the questions, um, the foundation students, I think they can do it, okay, if you explain it properly to them. This question, we had a similar one from yesterday, so this is just like uh, a repetition of a similar question from yesterday, just to explain it further if you didn't understand. So I started today. This diagram is not to scale, okay, so we've been given this one here, 115. They gave us 120, and then they asked us to find x. Okay, before then there was a question that gave us the angle at the circumference, and we're asked to give the angle at the center. And then after that, they gave us another question that has a quadrilateral. Okay, a quadrilateral is a four-sided shape fitted in a circle, and then we're asked to find the angle opposite. So with that two knowledge and the angle at the point O, which adds up to 360, we are going to use that to solve this question. Again, this is not to the diagram is not to scale. So A, B, C, D are points on the circumference as shown with center O. Okay, B, C, D, that is here, B, C, D, that angle that there is 120 degrees. Angle ABC, that angle here, is 115. Now they said OBC, okay, equals ODC. There, OBC equals OBC is in the question. So find x. Okay, everything apart from what I've said to you now, I had to write it out. Okay, we did a similar video yesterday, so if you don't understand, go and watch yesterday's video. I explained this step by step. Is that okay? So today, because I explained it yesterday, I don't want to go over what I did yesterday, but I'm just going to show you from the starter for those of you who don't understand it, so that you can easily follow. Now, BCD is 120 here. Okay, so if BCD is 120, then BAD will be 60, because if we consider this quadrilateral here, okay, the opposite two angles would add up to 180. So 120 plus 60 will be equal to 180. Okay, so we found this one here. Okay, so that is this angle here, BAD. Okay, now we are trying to do the landscape. I don't want to be distracted. So we found 60, that is 120, that's 60. Now if this is 60, at the circumference, then that will be 120, because the angle at the circumference is twice the angle at the center. So if that is 60, that will be 120. Okay, so that will be our next step. So if BAD, that angle here, is 60, then BCD is 120. That is BCD. Okay. Now, if that is 60, that was 120, which I've just said to you. But the angle at the point is 360, that point. So if this angle is 120, the whole of this is 240. Okay, we've just put it there in case we would need it. Okay, so that is another knowledge there. So that is 240 here. Okay, but OBC equals ODC as in the question. So OBC equals ODC. So we know this is 120, that is 120. In a quadrilateral, the whole angle is what? 360. So if this is 120, that's 120. Okay, that would be 240. You take 240 from 360, you have 120. So this small angle, you divide it into two, because this angle and that angle is equal. So if this is 60, that will be 60. Okay, so that will be our next step. So we know this is 60, that is 16, but the whole of this is 115. Still, we need more information to find x. Okay, so now we found the 60. Okay, what will x be? Now, 180 here, this one, this is 120, that is 60, that is 115. Okay, so this add this is 180, add 100 will be 280, add 15 will be 295. Okay, so what do you add to 295 to complete 360? That will be 65. So if that is 60, then x is 5. So here again, x is 5. Okay, so this is what I did, and that is what we solved yesterday, and this is a similar question. Okay, now today we are still working on the higher paper. Okay, and we are still looking at non-calculator questions. Okay, so today's work, let me adjust my hand a bit, is also a sample higher non-calculator. Okay, so we have two identical sectors. That is the diagram here, that is a sector here, and that is another sector here, each with angle 150 because they are identical. Okay, they have radius 6 centimeters. They have 6 centimeters. These two radius overlap. Okay, but there's a space here. Okay, now we are supposed to leave our answer in pi. Okay, find the perimeter of the shape. Now, if you're finding the perimeter of a circle, it's the same as the circumference. So the perimeter of this shape means you are traveling from here all the way to there, there, all the way back here, there and there. So we can find the perimeter of the two shapes. Okay, and then we add the perimeter here will be the outer from here to here and from there to there. Okay, so after we found that, then we'll add 6, 3, 3 and 6 centimeters because this side overlap, so we can add that. Okay, so first of all we need to find the perimeter, this shape here, and then the perimeter, that shape here, that one here. Okay, so now we know that the perimeter or the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Okay, and the perimeter of a sector with angle theta is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Here our angle is 150. So it's two identical perimeters, and since they are identical, okay, you have theta is 150. The radius here, okay, is 6 centimeters. Here, 6 centimeters. Okay, so theta is 150. The radius is 6 centimeters. So 150 over 360 times 2 pi r, which is 6. Now we have two identical sectors, so we can multiply this, all the whole of this by 2, or whatever we get, we double it. So you can simplify this, multiply by 2. If you multiply by 2, you have 150 over 360 times 12 pi. Okay, 2 times 150. Okay, you are not adding, so 2 times 150 here will be, or find the answer and multiply by 2. Okay, so you have 300 over 360 times 12 pi. If you were adding, then you have to multiply 2 by 150 over 360 and then that. But because you're multiplying, you can only multiply just once. Okay, or solve what is in the bracket and multiply by 2. Okay, so whatever you get for one sector, double it, you get 10 pi. So you have 300 over 360 times 12 pi. Now the zeros will cancel out. 6 going to 35 times, 6 going to 36, 6 times 6 divided by 12 is 2. So you have 10 pi. Remember, they said leave your answer in pi there, in terms of pi. So whatever we get, we'll leave it in pi. So the perimeter for the two identical sectors is 10 pi if we are just considering the outer. So if you are considering from here to there and from there to there, but we still have this shape here, 6 centimeters, add 3 centimeters. This place overlaps, so we wouldn't count it. Okay, add 3 centimeters, add 6 centimeters. So whatever we get the 10 pi, we are going to add 10 pi, add 3 centimeters, add 6 centimeters, add 3 centimeters, add 6 centimeters. So our final answer now will be 10 pi plus 18 centimeters. It's a perimeter or a circumference. So that will be our unit, centimeters. So okay. And then we are supposed to leave our answer in pi. So you can leave your answer as 10 pi plus 18. Or you can find the multiples. Bring 2 out. You have 5 pi plus 9. Okay. Whichever way you leave your answer is right. But if you are working under exam condition and they've asked you to leave your answer in pi, and they've not asked you to simplify, and it's a non-calculator paper, this equally is as right as 2 into bracket 5 pi plus 9. Remember your units. Okay, so in our starter we have looked at again at this similar question here. This is the question here. Okay, we are supposed to find x. Okay, and I've talked you through how to find x using everything we've learned in angles. Okay, that's my solution there. And then we've gone to look at the perimeter of this identical shape. Okay, that's the question. It's a non-calculator paper, so we are leaving our answer in terms of pi, but we remember our units. So after finding the perimeter of one shape, you double it and then remember to add this because the perimeter for the sector is from here to here. Okay, but now you need to add this side, the 6 centimeters, 3 centimeters, another 3 centimeters, and another 6 centimeters to finish, to complete. So you are actually looking for, assuming you started from here, you are looking for the perimeter from here to here, there, all the way around, back here, back there, and then all the way around. Okay, and back to the center. That will be your perimeter. Okay, so we are just making a trial of how the landscape will look on an iPad and a desktop or a Mac. Okay, so I'll really like to hear your feedback on that. If that helps you, I'm happy to do it and change it, even though I might have to be a bit slow now because I have to turn my phone the other way. Not for long, but as long as I get used to it, it will be a lot faster. Um, Thank you so much. Please subscribe, share, like, follow. Okay. Tell your friends, especially those who are writing their exams very soon. It will help them. Okay. And thank you so much for, and beware of scammers when you are online. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Okay, nice comment to be appreciated, especially about this trial. I will appreciate your view on that. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next